Hey there, I'm Demitri with the Demitri Team, and we operate under the Keller Williams brokerage banner. We are a team of agents in Florida with our core office sitting here in Palm Beach Gardens. Our agents are throughout Florida, and so it doesn't matter whether where you are in Florida, we can work with you. If you're not in Florida, but you're coming to Florida, we can work with you, right? We are operating in Florida. We operate primarily as selling agents, and that may be a new term for you. As a selling agent, you would contract with us to get your house sold, plain and simple. We handle everything for one set fee. There's no surprises, no additional fees. It's just one thing. We handle everything. We do all the marketing of your property, and we do that marketing around the country as well as within Florida. So it's all over. We utilize target marketing. We know which counties, for instance, in New York and California and Illinois, we know which counties, not just the whole state or city, but down to the county where people are moving from to Florida. And we target market those areas that we're bringing people into Florida, and they're looking for properties like yours, and we expose that property to get it sold. We also have a buyer's pool. We've been talking to buyers now for several years. We've been taking those buyers and kind of putting them into our active buyer pool. And these are people that have said, hey, look, I'm looking for a Florida house. And when the right opportunity presents itself, I'll take action and we'll buy the house. And they just haven't had that right opportunity yet. Right now, that database for us is sitting at 4,000 people. It grows every month. It gets a little bit bigger, right? So we have the target marketing we're going to do. We have our buyer pool we're going to do. And of course, we're going to expose it to other agents out there, and maybe they have a buyer, and we'll work with that agent to get that buyer into your house, right? But more importantly, and the most important thing to know is we're going to get your house sold. Here's the next thing. We also know that there's a lot of sellers out there that are reluctant to sell their house. And they're reluctant to sell their house primarily because they don't know where the next place is that they're going to go. Like they've been looking, everything that they have found just doesn't work for them. It's too much of a project. It's not the right thing, not the right price. A lot of stuff is keeping them from actually pulling the trigger or finding a place they want to go to. We have a program for that. We call that the Perfect Home Finder. With that, what we do is we identify what you're looking for and we go find it. We go find that house. We present those to you. You find the house that does fit your needs, the thing you want, and you want to pull the trigger on that. Okay, great. We put that under contract. We go sell your house. Within 90 days, we got your house sold and you're moved into the new house, right? So that is what we do with our Perfect Home Finder while we put your house for sale kind of sitting in the background, waiting until we found your house, and then we get the whole process taken care of. Got that as a complete piece. We have all the resources to make sure that that happens and can happen in that 90 days, worst case 120 days, but let's just say 90 days is the ideal thing to get that done. The next thing, we have some sellers who say, you know what, I don't really like or relish the regular way that homes are sold. I don't want to have to keep my house clean. I don't want to have to leave because of showings. I don't want to take care of making sure the yard is beautiful and curb appeal and all that stuff. I don't want to have to do any repairs. Yeah, I know I should paint or replace the flooring or whatever, but I don't want to do any of that. I just want to sell my house. Give me a cash offer. Let me close in this thing in 30 days or less, and let me move on. Well, we have a cash offer program. We can accomplish that for you as well. Give you a cash offer for your house. It works, we move forward. Doesn't work, we can step back to the listing part where we will get your house sold, like I said, to that group. All right, next thing. Anytime you're buying or selling a house, there's always potholes. Sometimes it goes perfectly smooth and you don't have it, but there's always potholes, as I call them. Little obstacles, things that get in the way that risk messing up the transaction, right? The buyer gets upset and doesn't want to move forward. The seller gets upset, doesn't want to move forward. There are reasons that things happen, right? Been in business a long time. I got a very, very long book of resources of people that I've worked with, things that I have solved, ways that we can get pretty much any pothole that's ever going to happen to try to go and sabotage our deal being done to get it fixed. And our commitment to you is that we're going to get it fixed. You're going to get your house sold. All right, here's another thing. This is important. I know I left it to the last. I probably should have put it in the front. Here's in the last. When we sit down about selling your house, we're going to give you a net listing price. Most people don't do that, right? They say, well, how much you want to sell your house for? And you tell them, oh, I want $850,000. And the agent says, great. You say, how much are you going to charge me to sell my house? And they give you a percentage. And you go, well, I don't like that percentage. I want a little less. We don't do that deal. Here's what we do. We come up with a number that makes you happy if you walked away from the closing table after selling your house and that amount was in your bank account. We call that the net listing price. That's the most important number. No calculators needed. No trying to compare apples and oranges and tangerines and grapefruits together, because quite honestly, that's what you're doing when you're looking at different brokerages and different agents and all that stuff. Like I said, we have one single fee and we give you a net listing price. So when we go into contract, meaning getting your house sold, not to the buyer, but with us to be your selling agent, we're going to give you a net listing price. And that net listing price is what we are committing that you're going to get at closing. All right? So we're going to make that happen. Now, if it works for you, it works. And I will tell you this. I've had people tell me they want $850,000 for a $700,000 house. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry, I can't do that. There may be other agents that will be willing to waste your time and do that. That's not our team. Our team is going to give you a very realistic piece, a very realistic number that you can count on leaving the closing table with. I think that is the best way to go, and not worry about, oh my gosh, I need another $100 out of this, or I need another 1,000. No, we got a number that works for you. If that works for you, we're going to go get your house sold. You're going to get that number. Now, you may get more than that number. That'd be great, but you're not going to get less. You're going to get more, because we're not going to let you get less. If there was some reason you're going to get less, we messed up in telling you what the house should have sold for. And we don't mess up. If we do, I'm pretty pissed off when that happens, which so far hasn't happened. So, like I said, you want to get your house sold, we're going to get it sold. You're going to know the number you're going to walk away from closing with, and it's one fee. You know where the whole thing is. And no matter how the transaction needs to happen, we have the resources, we have the programs. Like I said, Perfect Home Finder, cash offer, traditional listing as your selling agent. All right, I hope this has been informative for you. I hope you decide that you want to give us a shot, right? I think we're a good group to work with. And I look forward to talking to you personally. Have an awesome day.